Courtney, how do I get my hair to curl all the way to the root? I got you. Now, most of this video is going to be focusing on application technique, but if you are not using the right products for your specific hair type, none of this is gonna matter. You can have the most perfect application technique and your hair will still not curl all the way to the root if you're using the wrong products. In the past, I would have just told you to experiment and try different products till you finally figured out which ones your hair liked and which ones your hair didn't. But for those of you who don't know me, hi, my name's Courtney and I have a problem. I enjoy trying so many different curly hair products that I have tried over 230 different products. Yes, I know this isn't the average for most people. Like I said, I have a problem, but this is my hobby and this is something that I really enjoy. I have actually taken all of the information that's in my brain about those 230 plus products and put them into a comprehensive Wavy Curly Confidence digital product guide. So if you are interested in accessing all of the knowledge in my brain about all of the curly hair products I have ever tried, feel free to check out the links in the description down below, in the pinned comment, and I think I can even put it in the eye up here. I'll put it everywhere for you because I want to be as helpful as humanly possible, and in this digital product guide, I give you 9 different points of comparison about each product, how heavy it is, how moisturizing it is, how much protein's in the product, does it contain glycerin, is it really heavy in oils and butters, all to give you more information as the consumer before you buy the product that may or may not work well for you. For example, if you aren't using products that are conditioning and moisturizing enough for your very coarse, dry hair, you will not have curl all the way to your root because your roots will get undefined, poofy, fluffy, and frizzy due to a lack of conditioning. If your hair is incredibly fine and you are using products that are way too moisturizing and conditioning, you may find that your roots get pulled straight due to the weight. It's too slippery, it's too conditioned, it's too moisturized and too heavy. So this is why picking the right products for you and your hair is so important. The next thing that you really need to be paying attention to make sure that your hair has the best possible chance to curl all the way to the root is your curl clump size. I know that we're all focused on these big, juicy curl clumps, but that can actually be a bit problematic. If your curl clump size is too big, too chunky, they're gonna be really heavy, and the weight of your gigantic curl clump is going to pull the curl out of your root. On the flip side, if your curl clumps are too small, your hair's gonna look really stringy for one, and two, your curl clumps aren't gonna have enough structure to actually form the full curl, and your hair's just gonna look kind of poofy and frizzy and undefined while also being stringy. Really not cute. Nailing down the curl clump size is quite important, which leads us into the main factor of getting your curl clumps to curl all the way to the root, and that is your application technique. There are a ton of different ways to style wavy curly hair. Brush styling, which is really popular right now, top-down curls, the flip section method, flip coat scrunch, the bowl method, and my personal favorite, the method I have come up with, the swing curl clump method. I do have a full video on this if you feel like checking it out. But basically, all of these different application methods are just ways of applying stylers to your hair while also organizing your curl clumps and getting the right curl clump size. No matter which application technique you are using for you and your curls, here are some things that you can do to ensure that you're giving your hair the best possible chance to curl all the way to the root. First off, double cleanse. If your roots are greasy and heavy and weighed down because you're not properly cleansing, you're not gonna get that curl. Doing a double cleanse can ensure that you are removing all product buildup, all grease from your roots. The reason that this becomes even more necessary when we start styling our hair wavy curly is that we start using more gentle shampoos. We remove sulfates from our regular routine and we are using products that contain surfactants that are more gentle. P.S. This is not what this video is about, but I have finally found a shampoo bar and conditioner bar that I flippin' love after trying so many different ones. These are by The Earthling Co. And it's the first shampoo bar I have used that doesn't leave my roots feeling greasy and a weird sticky sort of residue. And the conditioner is beautifully slippery. I really like these. This is not what this video is about. If you'd like a full review on these, please just let me know in the comments down below. That being said, double cleanse your hair no matter which curly hair friendly shampoo you are using that is sulfate, silicone, and drying alcohol free. Make sure you are applying product all the way to your roots. Oftentimes we get our gel, we emulsify it in our hands, and we just start scrunching in our gel. If you apply your products like this, you're not getting styler all the way to your root. How on earth do you expect that part of your curl clump to stay defined if there's no styler in it to help it stay defined? The way I like to apply gel to my hair is to gently glaze it all over. Don't be afraid, don't be scared. If your hair has adequate amounts of water in it, you're not going to unevenly apply the gel to your hair because the water's gonna help that gel distribute more evenly through your hair. But glazing it over, all over your hair is step number one. If you are finding that you are losing definition anywhere in your hair, I bet you anything it's because you're not applying stylers to that spot. So be really thorough with your application. Scrunch your hair all the way to the root. Sometimes we apply our products to our hair and we just start scrunching the ends. If you don't scrunch your hair all the way to the root, you're not going to get the same curl enhancement that you do at your ends. I personally like to wash and style my hair upside down. For one, because it really gives me the ability to scrunch my hair all the way to the root quite easily. But if you are somebody who really enjoys upright styling, what you can do is you can lift the hair away from your scalp very gently with kind of like a claw hand, and then scrunch all the way to your root, gently turning your head from side to side as you gently lift the hair off of the back of your head. Now, this will not work if when you styled your hair was very stuck to your scalp. This is one reason I really like the swing curl clump method. It allows the curl clumps to really tumble past each other and there's nothing stuck down to my scalp. If the way you are applying stylers to your hair really plasters the hair to your scalp, whether that's upside down or right side up, you're not going to get curl all the way to the root. So make sure that the application method that you are using, the brush styling technique, swing curl clump method, the ball method, whichever one you're picking, is not causing the roots of your hair to really stick to your scalp. Next, you're really gonna want to micro plop your hair. Even if you're doing a traditional plop wherein you tie a microfiber towel or t-shirt to your head and let it sit for a bit, you're gonna wanna micro plop right before you diffuse. You're not going to just scrunch the ends of your hair with your towel. This is gonna leave your roots really elongated. You're gonna gently lift your roots off of your head and scrunch all the way to the root and gently hold with that towel. Do this all over your head. In fact, again, I will do this upside down and I find that it really helps me get curl all the way up. I know that bending over completely like this isn't an option for everyone, but I just find that it's easier to go ahead and flip all the way upside down and use that microfiber towel to scrunch all the way to my root. After I've done that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to alleviate the weight of the water with that towel while I diffuse my hair. This method right here is called hammock diffusing. I believe I first saw Wavy Curly talking about this Allie, you're a genius. Basically, you use the towel to scoop and hold your hair while you allow your diffuser to just sit on the counter and diffuse your roots. I will do this until I really start to get a cast set. You can move from side to side, diffuse all angles of your head. Once I've kind of got that cast, I begin to stand more upright and I continue using that microfiber towel to kind of prop up my hair while I hover diffuse my roots. I really get a lot of good air circulation around my roots and get that cast set at my roots before the weight of the water has the chance to stretch out my hair and set the hydrogen bonds of my hair in an elongated state. This isn't a full diffusing routine video. Again, I'm here to be helpful, and if you want to see a new full updated diffusing routine from start to finish, you know what to do. Just comment, just tell me and I will do it. Then you're gonna wanna add a layer of hairspray to your roots, but I would only recommend doing this if you have super silky roots. If you don't have super silky roots, this may be a step that you can skip. If you're using a gel that has enough hold for your hair and you know it has adequate hold for your hair, skip this step. I, on the other hand, have super silky roots, so while my hair is in the cast, I will take my personal favorite curly hair friendly hairspray and spray a thin layer directly on my roots. I will lift up my roots and spray my roots with this hairspray, and then I'm going to let my hair sit in this cast for as long as I possibly can. In fact, if you wanted to, when your hair was 100% dry and still in this lovely crispy cast, you could put it up in a super loose pineapple and sleep with it like this overnight to give your hair even more time sitting in this delicious, wonderful, crunchy cast. But that doesn't tend to be my jam. So what I like to do is go ahead and just scrunch out the crunch, and I'm going to use a really pretty firm prayer hands to kind of pull the crunch out of my hair. I tend to get really aggressive with my root fluff when I scrunch out the crunch, but this can actually really pull the curl out of your root and elongate and stretch out your curls at the root if you get your fingers in there and are too rough. So if I'm really shooting for super good definition at my roots, I will be way more gentle with my root fluff when I scrunch out the crunch. And here is the very last trick for getting your curls to curl all the way to the root. When you protect your hair at night, I am the worst offender at this, by the way, but this is something that I have started incorporating more recently and I've noticed a huge difference. When you go to pineapple your hair at night to go to sleep, leave the front section out of the overnight pineapple. So what I do is I flip my hair forward and very gently put it up in a silk scrunchie. Then, to get all of this out of my face, I very gently clip it out of the way with a jaw clip, making sure that everything is really, really loose and pulled forward. This is a trick I saw from the lovely Sophie Marie do, and it's been a game changer for me. All right, guys, that is it for this video. If you found it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for sticking around till the very end. As always, I sure hope you are having an absolutely fantastic day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.